What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Google2Lovely back with another video, and today I'm gonna be presenting y'all with the ultimate 2v2 build. As you can see on your screen, I hit vet 1, finally is fire, but that's not the purpose of this video. Y'all see the shot creating 3-level threat. This is the most cracked 2v2 guard I've ever used. You get a 90 driving dunk, 92 3 ball, 92 ball handle, and a 91 steal, all on the same build. But if twos aren't your thing, guess what? This build also works great for the threes, because here's the numbers I've been putting up on the 3v3 court. But like I said before, this is my official 2v2 build for the rest of the year. I'm not making anything more. I use this for all my 2v2 content, gameplays, and wagers. This is the same build I wagered power on, and this is the same build I'm going to be doing more 2v2 wagers in the future on. But these are the numbers that I'm putting up with this build on the twos court. It's literally unstoppable, and as y'all can see, I'm a go on this build. So these are not like numbers after 3 or 4 games. This is a lot. This is many hundreds of games that I'm being able to maintain these averages. But without further ado, if y'all like this video, go ahead and please drop a like. It takes 2 seconds, it's completely free of charge, and it helps me out more than y'all could ever imagine. And if y'all rock with me, or if y'all rock with the channel, please consider subbing to the channel. Our sub count right here is above my face cam. We're getting closer and closer to 3,000 subs as each day goes by, and I really do appreciate everybody supporting me on my journey. But now, with all of that out of the way, as y'all know, I love to say best, man. Enough talking. Let's get straight into the video, bro, because this build is fire. All right, y'all, so we here for the custom template. For the vitals of this build, keep position at point guard, increase that height to a 6'6", drop the weight to 180 pounds, and then we're gonna drop the wingspan to 6 foot 8 inches. All right, y'all, so now we're moving into these attributes. We're going with finishing first, and the first upgrade we're making, as I mentioned before, that's that 90 driving dunk. The stick dunks on this build go crazy. You get gold precision dunker, you get posterizer, and on top of that, you unlock pro contact off 1, I believe. So catching bodies is really fun. One thing I will say is, if y'all want to go 89 driving dunk and use that extra point somewhere else, from what I've heard, the difference between silver and gold precision dunker is not that big. So if you really want to be efficient with your attribute points, you can drop this down 1 and invest this somewhere else. But when I made the build, I just thought I might as well go 90. It's only 1 point more. The next upgrade we're going to be going with is a 40 standing dunk. Why? Because that's the minimum you need to get your basic standing dunk animations. So if you're catching the ball under the rim, or if you're getting sent on backdoor cuts, it's really important to have good standing dunk so you could just quickly score and not have a chance to get blocked. And a 40 standing dunk is going to help you accomplish that. Last thing I touched in finishing, I got my layup up to a 72. Badge difference, I really don't think there's a difference, but I think I just had a bunch of attribute points left over, so I thought, why not just bump it up to a 72. Obviously, you could keep yours at a 70 and put those attribute points anywhere else. You don't have to follow my build exactly attribute for attribute, but I'm just explaining why I did everything that I did. Now we're moving into the shooting portion of this build. First things first, for the mid-range shot, we're gonna get this up to a 78. I've been seeing a little trend with a lot of builds going 77 midi, but from what I've heard from many sources, the jump in green window between a 77 to a 78 is really big, and it's cheap. Like, look how little you're losing just by going up this one attribute. So I don't see why you shouldn't do it. And I love putting a good mid-range on all of my builds, especially on the twos, because the midi fade is probably the most overpowered thing this year about the 2v2 court. It's literally unstoppable, and it does not matter how badly you're getting boxed. If you can just go left, right, get a little bit of separation, you can pull up for a midi fade and green it. It's so hard to contest, and usually I like going even higher than this on my twos builds. I like going 84, but we sacrificed a little bit so that I could afford all my other attributes. But I'm telling y'all, 78, you could green with this thing consistently. Now for the 3 ball, we're maxing this out to a 92. You see all these badges light up: gold green machine, gold catch and shoot, gold deadeye and blinders, and then we get silver agent 3s and silver limitless range. This is going to basically enable you to green pretty much any shot on the twos court. When you get takeover, you could literally, as long as you're not stepping out of bounds, if you're inbounds on the court, you could green from any spot on the 2v2 court. 92 3 ball is the wave, gives you a really good green window, and if you're a 3 hunter, you're gonna love this attribute right here. For the free throw, we're not touching this at all because this is mainly a twos build, and you could also use it on the the threes as well. So it's a park build. There's no free throws in park, so we're not going to waste any points here. Now we're going to come ahead and roll into the playmaking portion. First things first, the pass accuracy is going to be brought up to a 70. I know this is low. However, you're mainly playing twos, and a 70 is really all you need. You don't need to spend more than this because you can still throw steamers with a 70 if need be. And with all those attribute points that you save, you could go ahead and put it into other categories. The ball handle is going to be bumped up to a 92. You're on a 6'6". You're going to be ISOing, so this is going to give you all the good badges you need to ISO, and it's going to give you all the animations you need to ISO. Now for the speed with ball, we're going to bump this up to an 80. Reason being is because this build is going to get silver speed booster, and I think an 80 speed with ball. And finally, for the speed with ball, you're going to bump this up to an 80. And now finally, we are in the physicals. First things first, we're bumping the speed up to an 81. So that's going to give you silver hyperdrive and silver speed booster, two badges that I think are pretty necessary if you want to ISO. I know gold would have been really nice on this build, but I'm telling y'all, you don't need gold. With all of these other attributes, you don't need it. Strength is not going to be touched, nor is acceleration. And now we're going to go ahead and bump our vertical up to a 78. That is going to give you silver posterizer, and on top of that, that is going to meet your prerequisites to get your pro contact dunks. And finally, we're going to max out the stamina at a 99 so that you could get your gold handles for days, which is really important while you ISO. And from here, we could press A to continue. And as y'all can see, we're going to see our shades right here. And I feel like these are some pretty fire shades if you ask me. But as y'all can see, if I hide my face cam, y'all are met with the shot creating 3-level threat. This is going to be my main twos build for the rest of the year. I really don't see why I would need to replace anything about this build with my given playstyle. But now that I gave y'all the most fire 2v2 core builds, if y'all like this video, drop a like. If y'all rock with me, sub to the channel. We're on the road to 3K, and I hope everybody who watched this video, whether you supported, whether you hated on it, regardless of what you did, I hope everyone that watched this video has a lovely rest of their day, man.